The hyper carnivore chef. Hi.
I
So, why did you name yourself the hyper carnivore chef?
Okay, it happened that I was watching a Joe Rogan episode and they mentioned that hypercarnivore diet, hypercarnivore. So I'm a chef and I was going to call me the carnivore chef, but that name was already occupied, busy with somebody else. So I choose a hypercarnivore. Sounds fine. Plus, at the beginning, I was trying to do a little bit more organ and fruit addition. So 70% carnivore, the rest. But now it's like more like 95 stuff like that, carnivore. So that's why I choose this hypercarnivore.
Well, I love it. I love it. And I'm going to link in the show notes your channel because I love some of the things that you post and talk about.
Thank you.
But for anybody that's listening, obviously you have a different accent. So tell me about where you're from and where you're living now.
I'm from Napoli in Italy, and now I'm in the Netherlands. I live close to Rotterdam, Dordrecht, a small town that is close to Rotterdam.
Got it. Got it. That's
It's
awesome.
5 years that I'm here. I live many places. I left Italy around 2012, and I live in Middle East. I changed many. I lived in Asia, in Philippines, long time. Now, I end up after the COVID. I end up here in the Netherlands.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, before you started eating carnivore, what was your life like? What was your health like?
So I had basically a constant degradation. My health went down constantly in my 30s, let's say like that. I was kind of okay around 2012, 13. Then I work in Middle East and I ate too much hummus and bread, and I got and I started to levitate. Like my face started to swallow. So in those years, I was working in hotel and I was always eating restaurant food because basically I was working double shift all day, lunch. I was there for morning in the nine. I had a little break and then I was leaving at 11, 12 in the night. So basically I was only had the chance to eat there. So the thing that I was eating was in the buffet, or I was cooking something anyway. Things that I had there in the restaurant. So I started to eat a lot of things that I was not used to in Italy. But even in Italy, I was struggling all my life. Basically, I struggled to gain, but I never got so big, so fat, so fast in those years. I in Italy was still around 90 kilos, my maximum. But then I arrived 115 or even more probably. I don't know. In the year after 2012 until I did this diet. In the meantime, I had two kids. So not because I got pregnant, but I had two kids, so I got responsibilities, and I had to do something about my health because other than getting larger and bigger, I start to get short breath and a lot of symptoms like high blood pressure, other things, pains, general things that I was associating to the fact that I was getting older, 38, 39, 40. And then like pain in the heel, you work out a little bit and you pain for days. You do something, some movement, and I cannot move anymore. These kind of things. But I was eating. For me, I was not eating a lot. I was eating normal, but I was eating pasta, bread, not so much meat because I always thought, no, meat cancer, give you cancer stuff. Actually, when I was eating meat, I was feeling guilt almost
Mm.
because I ate too much meat. Better a cake than a steak. Also, my family, Italian family, when I was younger, we used to have like a bigger lunch. So you go home after school, you find pasta, and then you have a main course with the, I don't know, sausage and potato and salad on the side. Then you have fruit. This happened until I got until high school. Then I start to say, oh, it's a little bit too much today, only pasta. But I was favoring carbs, so pasta something, some vegetables and potato, and then skipping the meat, the burger, the meatballs or whatever, skipping these parts. I was thinking because I thought they say the carbs you burn faster. So because I was kind of active, I said, okay, I burn fast. Also, when I was doing rowing, still I was younger, around 15, 16 years old. They fed me rice, they fed me pasta for before even the competition and stuff like that. I remember one competition I was feeling like great. Then they feed me this pasta bowl without even sauce like that. When I was on the boat to row, I was falling asleep. So it's like it's not good. Why they did that? I was now I know it should be steak. No, like Michael Jordan eats steak every time before any
Yeah.
competition. So yes, I got sicker and sicker. I get fatter and fatter in those years. I started to develop a lot of symptoms, and one of the worst was the sleep apnea. That was the one that gave me like the ring the bell of what to do. In the meantime, in all those years, I tried to lose weight a couple of times. I did a keto diet, but more like on the broccoli side than on the broccoli nuts, ghee, the coconut oil, this kind of keto. Not dirty because everything I was making myself. Even when I was eating Italian, when I was in other places, normally when I cook for myself, I always choose right olive oil, right tomato, blah, blah. But still now I know even the right of those things are things that you should not eat every day at least, like, maybe sometime in a year. And then yeah, a while after I got the sleep apnea, then I went totally carnivore.
So how did you find out about carnivore?
Yeah, it was probably one of the first influencers that I saw was Saladino, but I know that I know it's like not even the time it was like under fully percent 100% carnivore. So I tried to do this liver, this thing. I felt great like at the beginning. I felt it probably was I was really lacking of nutrients because the liver, these things gave me like the strength. I found out after a few days that I was eating. I started basically slowly cutting carbs and stuff, and then I start to eat only meat and stuff. Then I start to try to get this liver and this kind of thing. And I start to put some honey, still doing this thing. And then cutting the carbs, I didn't feel this keto crash or how they call it, these symptoms when no problem. I had no problem because I did gradually in weeks, not in months, but in weeks I stopped totally sugar, stopped totally pasta, bread, these kind of things. Doing the Saladino, then I start to know that you can do it even more extreme with Sean Baker, and then I watch. One thing that opened my mind was that presentation that oh my God, what's his name? The guy, the doctor, the one that looked like a football player.
Anthony
Uh,
Chafee.
Chef, he was doing a presentation on in some university, I guess, about the human intestine and everything about ancestral way thinking, why we are carnivore. And that convinced me more than anything because it makes so much sense. So I started to take ChatGPT that was like not even so developed at the time. Ask 1 million questions about if it's true that we live in ice ages. Is it true that that was the food available? So if was that food available, how can be that in so few years we change so much our diet? There is a correlation to this fact and the fact that we are all fat and sick, and then it made so much sense for me that if the time that we eat only meat, fat, and a few berries seasonally during the year is this, and the time that we switch to carbs is this on a board, there is no other argument for me. It was enough for convince me. So that's why I even stopped getting honey and other fruit and stuff like that. Now that I am healed, basically after 3 years that I do carnival stuff like that, I sometimes I eat a little bit of berry. My friend is here now. He came from Italy to visit me, so I made the cheesecake, but I put allulose. I didn't put sugar. I will not eat the cookie part. I will get just the cream cheese, and I put less, little things, because I know that my body can handle. Because then, if I feel something, I'll do a couple of days of fasting, and then I'll fix it. Because I did also some fasting during this carnivore diet. It was easy because you are
Yeah.
not hungry. You are not hungry.
No.
So yeah. So
So
that's how I
what,
found out. Basically, the one that convinced me most was that presentation, Dr. Chaffee.
yeah. So what were your symptoms? How did they resolve after you started eating carnivore? Was it gradual that you started to
Was
feel better?
gradually super fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
In 5 months, I was totally symptoms free of everything, and I had so many things I cannot remember. No, I don't want to go into details, but going to the toilet wasn't fun, and so many other the pain, the fact that when you bend your head is like you went on the, I don't know, on a spinning wheel in the amusement park. So it's like all these small things that I don't small, not small, but issues that are all together all the time. It's kind of annoying. Plus, I had this palpitation on my heart. I cannot sleep. I wake up and they had to put all things on me to check up my heart. Yeah, your heart is good, but your blood pressure is high. So many other pre-diabetes, because every night I wake up 3 times to go in the toilet. I cannot sleep a night straight. Now I sleep. I don't sleep like 10 hours. I sleep 7, 6, 5. But I sleep well. I go sleep. I fall asleep. I wake up. I'm already ready for the day. I was always a morning person. I was not the kind of person that take 2 hours to wake up. But now it's like 100 times better.
Yeah. And I saw your pictures. You are in such great shape.
Ah, thank you.
So
I
obviously you
don't work
lost
out.
weight.
I don't even work out. I don't understand what happened to my arms, to my body, because I'm paying the fee to the gym, but from when happened this thing that we're gonna talk about later, I cannot stay in that gym with that light, with the smell of plastic. It's like I need to stay outside in the nature. But I did a 2 year contract, so what can I do? Anyway, but I don't work out. I do yoga, I do stretching, I hang, stay hanged and stuff like that. But my body keeps like being strong. And I don't get tired. If I have to run for some reason, the bus, I'm running after the bus. After, if I have to do a sprint, after my heart now, like I'm still standing tall without like this. It's a change, like it's dramatic. It's a miracle. No, people that know me are amazed at what happened to me.
Awesome. And then you had an experience not only after the first healing of, resolving your physical ailments, but you had this after effect in the spiritual aspect as well.
Yeah,
Can you start by telling me what your relationship was like with like religion whenever
yeah.
you were a child and growing up, and then how
So
it's shifted?
I think like many people, we all have different how you say relation with the religion during when we grow up. No, we are kids is something, then we grow up more, and then we understand maybe things happen in life, and people start to have other ideas or doubts, or even instead of doubts, they switch to the light, let's say, like that side. For me, when I was kid, like really young, I was following my parents' tradition of being Catholic. So before I go to sleep, I had to say the prayers. You know what? I have this memory sometime of feeling this warmness, like really, really warm when I was saying the prayer when I was kid, when I was really like, I don't know, 6, 7 and stuff like that. The first memories. Then praying for me became boring and repetitive, like not really talking to somebody, but I have to do it because my nonna, my mama wants me to do it because it's the time. Because then I repeat the things like I finish the prayer like not really. And then start to grow up thinking about religions. differently. I was thinking, my ideas is why Jesus arrived and save people that was informed after he was born, but everybody that was born before him, they don't deserve to be saved. So I start to have this kind of doubts in the elementary school, and my teacher was like, very like answer me, but not really satisfaction. Always you need to have faith. You need to have faith, like something that you have it. For me, I needed some kind of a stronger argument, to make it sense. So that was my. Then I started to think that we were just, there was no God, basically totally atheist when I was probably in the beginning of my high school uh, years, and the God was not existent. So I didn't think about the how can be this creation is like this. I just thinking like when we die, we just sleep and it's all black and that's it. It's not good, it's not bad, it's no hell, it's no paradise. It's just 100 years ago I was not in pain because I wasn't born. So it's gonna be the same. It's not gonna be good, it's not gonna be, it's just gonna be nothing, and that's it. But even that, you try to live a life that I mean, at least me, I try to live a life that I never want to do things to other people that I don't want them to do to me. And was the this thing I heard it in the church, but for me was the only really effective thing, because the other things were like a lot of constructions. So that was enough. Was enough to live peacefully on this planet, do the things that people want to do. It's like loving, have family, enjoy, play, listen to music. No, the things that we really like. We don't really like to go to work. We like the other kind of things, and then people like to work with the music, so they can be musicians. They be like me. I will cook for free. I don't. If the world was organized in a different way, I would like to cook, even if I didn't have a salary. So I start to think about religion then in a different way when I start to grow up, because I start to study things in high school, like Fibonacci number and this kind of things that are repetitive on our planet. There was so many coincidences, and then the fact that the moon is exactly the same of the sun when it's an eclipse. There are so many strange coincidences. It must be some intelligence behind this, but they don't really care. This intelligence or whatever it is doesn't really care about our struggles, because we are just like, for them we are insects, like mold on this ball in it is just one in a billions stars systems and stuff like that. So that was my way of thinking, and then that's what I kept until basically few months ago, around December, when things a little bit changed. When
So tell me about that. How did things change?
so basically, I was convinced in a non-consensual way by by the energy that is around us, that there is something more than what we experience with this sense that we have here. There is something else, and happened. Something that people call Kundalini, sudden, unexpected awakening. And this happened while I was carnivore. So also the reason why we chatting now with Emily, because I answered one of the posts about this correlation between veganism and how you say, spiritual reality and the spiritual world, and the fact that people that don't they are not vegan are having this kind of situation, this kind of spiritual sensation and awakening. So I don't know if it was the carnivore diet. I don't know if it was the attempt on healing myself, and the carnivore diet was just my way of give up pleasure through my mouth, or other kind of. It was the fact that because of this sensation that I start to feel around December, I didn't really me because it was a kind of force start to think about things that happened in the past, on work, on other kind of life situation, and then start to let them go. You start to don't think about them, to don't to forgive things, people, even not even forgive, like don't care anymore, and don't be part of your thoughts anymore about. And I start to think about these things, and then I was shown by the energy once I tried to meditate for my first time, because all these symptoms that happened to me take me to study what are those symptoms, this pressure that I feel, these feelings that I feel, this sensation, the shaking, the fact that I was so warm and feel so hot when it was 0 degrees outside. All this list of symptoms were telling me that I was having a Kundalini awakening, and then everybody was suggesting to meditate. So I meditate, and then once I meditate, I was shown basically what exists that I didn't know. I don't have any revelation or things to say. Just that I didn't expect that. There is a word behind this word. There is something bigger. There is what they call paranormal. What they call this. No, now I don't say all the paranormal things that we see are real, but there is something else, and I been taken to this void. Where I saw things, I heard things, I interact with, let's say, energy, spiritual beings on the form of balls, those not like a human. But no, they change shape. One time this ball became like this, looked like an angel because it was like a
Ah.
dove or an angel, because it was like this, and then was like this, and down was a little bit smaller, and top was a little bit larger. So like, but it was like whitish grayish on a black background. So I became somebody that believed in this situation because I was taken by this energy in this world, and then after I started to research a lot, and then I had basically a guide for months that was taking me in place and tell me what to look for, what to research, and stuff like that. I had this pressure in my head. It was like a compass. Now the things calm down, but I know that that sensation strong. Now I still have it. I still need to ground. I still cannot touch stones or a crystal that I feel everything. If I touch a tree, I feel. I don't know. People say I empath or stuff like that. I don't know, but I know the situation in the room before the people talk. I know something is good, something is bad. You know, if I say okay, something happened, I would say somebody will say something, and then boom, somebody the bomb. Da, 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 da. Okay, I knew it. So like things that, but before this, I was showing strongly. So before I've almost like um, sensation so strong. If I was looking somebody in the neck, they will turn and look at me like I call them. Happen also with my girlfriend. Things that are unexplainable unless you explain it in with this fact that there is some kind of energy that connect people, and we can enter in this entanglement, and we can feel each other like in different way more than physical. So yeah, that's basically what I understood. So probably the carnivore. What do you think? The correlation between, sorry, the carnivore diet and there is, or it's just the healing?
Yeah. And I think it's so interesting and important to have this conversation because I hear so much in the spiritual community that you need to eat the light, you need to eat the rainbow, you
Yeah,
need to eat
you
all
need
of
you need to
these.
eat the pain. That's a bad karma because the animal was killed.
Yeah, and they say that we're
Well,
absorbing the spirit of the animal
yeah,
in a
but
negative
it's
way.
a matter of fact, it's not because we are the proof. I mean, I don't want to do philosophically. I cannot explain you how and why, but I'm eating a lot of dead animals, and I had this week. Now you can say, okay, I don't believe you. Okay, that's another point. I cannot force you to believe me, but what can I do?
Yeah, absolutely. So, going forward, obviously you're still, eating carnivore,
Yeah.
and it sounds like a whole new world has like opened up for you. Are you actively like exploring that world, or are you just like sitting back and enjoying this new phase in your
I
life?
now lately, yes, I'm just riding, and then whatever happen. When you lose the fear of dying because you know there's something else, and then you know it's fantastic. It's not some bad thing, and you live different way. You live in different way. So that's the most important thing. And I don't want to go in the rabbit holes of religion. I don't, how you say the new age or the I don't know, the angels and this kind of thing. I understand there is truth in those things, but I don't want to pick one, and I don't want to make a like, okay, I like a lot of this, I like a lot of this. Okay, this they are right on this and they are right on that, and I don't know. I get too much confusion. I mean, for me, the thing that I would like to do if I had the chance to go with no time limit somewhere alone, to where I cannot hear anybody and I cannot be distracted, and like fast, and maybe bring some food to resist. Maybe I don't know, because I want to go with the limits, but like just meditate and be part. But I cannot do it. I have to other things that are not more important, but part of the plan now. So what can I do? I have to have responsibility, no? So I need to go to work. I need to do my pick up the kids, this and that. And other than that, I went in some rabbit holes at the beginning because was like amazed, no, by these revelations. Basically, I start to research the life of the saint, Santa Teresa, Saint Paul, no, because a kind of similar experience. I didn't see people talking to me, and it was not like an NDE,
Hmm.
but yeah, but it's something lighter than that, but it's clear like those experiences.
Yeah, and it's undeniable. I think that
Yeah,
what's so great is that it's not from my best friend got into this and my best friend convinced me or
yes,
my
yes.
spouse. It's literally your own experience.
Suddenly, unexpectedly, and not even like ask consensually. Let's say it happened, and it happened. No, I think because I have friends that they study these things, they were attracted by these things, and they. So once I talk to them, because they are expert on the paper, no. Even yes, I did the Reiki, I did meditation, guided meditation, group meditation. They did so many things, retirement, blah blah blah. And then one time I saw this, one time I was that. Like they are looking for this answer. And then if you tell me this, if somebody like that tell me that this thing exists before I had my awakening, I will say that's bullshit. I cannot believe it's like, of course, you join a cult and they convince you about these things. But once you have it by yourself in your private, without talking to anybody, without researching nothing, it's. I mean, how can you say no? It's bullshit. Sorry for the
Absolutely.
bad word.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Well, I can't thank you enough for having this conversation with me. And I believe that we should have more of these public conversations
Yes,
because I bet you there's a lot of people who are experiencing this who aren't talking about it because
yeah.
they're afraid.
I met many people that this kind of situation that are carnivores just for coincidence. in the last months of like just because before I never heard about these things. Really, before December, I never it was not my part of my life. So even the other carnivore that I was chatting to, we never talk about these other things. But now I found out that there are more than four, at least I know that they have this kind of experience situation.
Yeah, I'm seeing it all over the place. I'm seeing a lot of people that are just having a stronger connection to the spiritual realm. And it's beautiful. It's not like, scary. It's not cultish. It's actually, it feels like we're remembering something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I'm going to put
Thank you.
your channel in the show notes so that people can follow along because I'm
Not bad.
sure
It's okay. I do it just for fun, followers, okay, whatever, doesn't really matter. For me, at least.
awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, and
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care. Ciao.
Bye.